Well, hello there trainers, greetings, welcome to another video. My name is KuroBlitz and today we are going to end the second half of 2022. We are going to tackle it for this Slackwell library records, so without further ado, let's get it started. No idea what victory I want to probably some subscriber count, but that's cool on him. Let's see. Yo, if Iris battled Steven, they could have used their shrews. This was me rewriting the raid with Articuno. I'm gonna bookmark it to read it later. The PWC flame, the torch, could have had the flames of Galar and Moltres, but no, but we do have Galar and Moltres and Horizons, so there's that. It's cool. It's cool. It paints the top 8 as its own 4-parter. Yeah, they were separating like 4-parter for the quarterfinals, Chloe episode, 4-parter for the semis, Go episode. Then it's, you know, Ash versus Leon as another 4-parter. So if you really think about it, the Masters 8 is smaller in terms of episodes than the Alola League, which is 17. Yo, this would have been crazy. Like, instead of Go leaving to do Project Mew, Chemaros interjects and, you know, he shows that he's in cahoots with Professor Amaranth. It would be insane. Yeah, Chloe's not there. Chloe and Dawn show up to see Leon. Dawn doesn't see Cynthia, it's weird. It would be cool to, honestly, yeah, I had no idea what the storylines would be, but you know, Go helping Arven and Chloe helping Penny would have been cool. Especially because Chloe's in a school, right? And Go wants to do a Path of Legends. Oh, this was when we thought that the team starting, because it had flags, we didn't thought it was a villain thing. We thought it was like a racing thing. It honestly would have been cool if it was a racing thing. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I want for this to happen. Ness and Clara being... Nah, that part, no. I need them to show up. I don't care if it's in Sakuragi's backstory. It would be cool if they were part of Sakuragi's backstory, though. Yo, if Professor Willow was the Horus to Sakuragi's Go, that would be cool. Yeah, shout out to Lucas, man, the goddamn goat. Kinda crazy they still acknowledged Chronicles. It was cool seeing Trick or Treat. Yeah, and it was cool to see the giant Dragonite. Yeah, Water versus Steel, because of Dialga and Palkia, right? And Ground. That's cool. Yeah, 25 years later, man. What the hell? Like, the thing is, if it wasn't for that 3-week break, the episode would have actually aired on the 25th anniversary, similar to how the Rocket Radio was. Yeah, Focus Blast is now the color that it is in the games. It's not, you know, just looks like Aura Sphere, but it's steel. No, wait, actually that was Dragon Pulse. Ash, never change. Actually, please do. Please do. Bro, they really had Ricci. They really had Ricci, bro. We could have had more non-Ash and non-Leon battles. Yeah, it's kinda crazy. Like, bro, we never had a Typhlosion in Johto. It took Hoenn to see Typhlosion. And I'm talking about, like, main series, right? Crazy. Okay, it flinched. That was cool. This is funny. Like, why are you in spandex, Leon? What the hell? Those awful Meowth, you're funny. Honestly, that would have been so cool. Use Magic Pounder on the Regis, turn them into Psychic types, and then attack with Shadow Claw, Brutal Swing, or Shadow Ball or Dark Pulse, depending if you're as physical. Bro, why? Gary should be the type of character to use this tactic. Like, use Trick Room to slow Regieleki and then use Magic Pounder. This is insane. Yeah, okay, this is cool. This is cool. Oh yeah, people were talking about like the Greninja retcon, and I'm like, it's not a retcon. It's like if saying that Ash getting the Safari Balls replaced with Pokeballs, it's a retcon. No. This is just omission of information. Because if Ash was to battle Bond Greninja in a Lucario focused episode, people would not care about Mega Lucario. And if they were to paint, you know, Ash's Safari Balls of Tauros as Safari Balls, like where do these come from? Like omission. It's not retcon, it's just omission. It is kinda crazy how much gamified the anime really became. Like, look at these locations. And look at the right versions of how gamified they became. It's kind of insane. Leavanny is the first friendship evolution, and Swarm beats Aura. Let's go, Leavanny. Let's go, Leavanny. I love how Koharu encapsulated her inner beat and interrupted the tournament. She did interrupt the tournament. She did interrupt the tournament. Yeah, why is Bianca in her black and white one self? Also, why that random dude? Where is Burgundy, bro? Why that random dude? Where is Burgundy? Yeah. Yeah, it's like you defeated my friend, you defeated my rival, you defeated the champion of my land. Guys, you're going down. You're going down. Yeah, the PWC being for anyone to enter, it means that anyone could and should enter. Where are the coordinators? Where are the coordinators in this tournament? Man. Freely issue, girl. Damn, Milotic can never catch a break, bro. Milotics can never catch a break. Competitor brat boy, Jesus meow. Yeah, bro, you learn the move illegally in the games and you get KO'd by that same. Damn. This would be cool. This would have been so cool to see, but I know it won't happen. Like Pikachu using the nets of Electro Web to slow Metagross down, and then it Z moves it as a Faraday cage and then shuts down the Mega. That would be so cool. Yo, Will-O-Wisp Maxwell with... Oh man, this would have been so cool. This would have been so cool, man. Yeah, I was replacing some episodes. Man, so it's like 1, 2, 3. And then we get like 21. Yeah, man, 21 episodes. What the hell? We could have had like a 2-parter for every gym leader, a 3-parter for Peony, a 3-parter for Mustard, and a Safari Zone episode. How crazy is it that Go, the guy who wants to catch Pokemon, doesn't have a Safari Zone episode? Kinda mental. Yeah, these were never used. Yeah. It's been 10 years and Ash never unlocked Static ever again. This was cool, like May being midway through her Owen run and she finally used her starter. It was a nice moment. Bro, Ash would be so cool with a Spoink. Eviolite in Japanese contains a bunch, Shinka no Kisaki, the miracle. Yo, Eevee didn't got an Eviolite, Eevee didn't got a partner move, Eevee didn't got a G-Max. What the fuck was the point of Chloe's Eevee, bro? Bro, this show is so marketing. Why so many characters of the day, bro? The fact that Drew can handle Arlie being besides him, that's crazy. That's so crazy. Yeah, close enough, I suppose. They're all in Evergrande. Yo, Iris like, an Aggron, you say? Bro, Paul's Aggron takes a lot of moves and Stevens loses to burn damage. Bro, what the hell? This would have been crazy, like if Pikachu randomly Gigantamaxed, because the stadium has like damage. That's the thing, like this is the only battle that does damage to the stadium, at least in the quarterfinals, right? It's the only battle that does damage to the stadium. And the thing is, we see venues of the World Tournament having environmental stadiums like they do with the leagues, but not the Wyndon Cup. I could excuse the Manalo conference in Alola because it was the first stadium. The thing is, the Winden Cup should have environmental stadiums. Like, I don't care if people will Gigantamax and destroy them. People can destroy stadiums with, regular Pokemon. So, like, if anything, the stadium could be an advantage for an opponent, and the other Dynamaxes to, ruin that advantage that the opponent has. Like, we should have, environment stadiums. Man, we should have had environment stadiums. Yo, 100 episode run. Yeah, if we have no breaks, Ash defeating Cynthia would be on, the 12th anniversary of this frame of DP191. But we had an episode, we had a week break, so it was the week later. Again, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, Alan versus Leon in the water, adversity for the Charizards, Lance versus Diantha in the grass, Iris and Cynthia in the ice to overcome the fears, and Ash versus Steven in the rocks. Bro, would have been peak. It would have been so... Oh, man, dude, it feels like I'm seeing the future. I kid you not. It really feels like I'm seeing the future. Oh yeah, like, the battles that Ash had were like the 12 labors of Hercules. I was cooking with that one. Yeah. I think this is cool. I do like this, I suppose. Yeah, only the Junipers are not in the show. The only professors that we don't see are Professor Junipers. Cedric and Aurea. The term ace was always fan-dubbed and therefore bound to fallacious criteria. So it depends, many beacon towards the one that's fully evolved starter species or their equivalent, or if they have a unique biological trait, both narrative remnants of, Sceptile and Inferno. Yeah, I don't like the term ace, because the term ace implies that there is one Pokemon that is more important than the rest, and that should never be the case. That should never be the case at all. Yeah, Oshawott, man, you got so robbed. If Ash had a Samurott, I doubt he would have a Greninja. He would probably have, Chestnut. Yeah, he would probably have Chestnut. And then, maybe Serena would get Froakie, and Clement would get Braixen, and you get like the tech-savvy guy and the wizard girl. Would be cool, I suppose. Oh yeah, the 12 Olympians being Ash's 12 trials. The labors of Hercules. At this rate, I won't be surprised if 90% of Anipoke content in December 2022 and 2023 are just videos making erroneous statements and discoursed fallacies about the production, writing what happened, or... Yeah, well, we kinda didn't really have that, but we had a Terra League the year after, in 2024. So, like, I was kinda right on the money, just, 18 months to 2 years before. If Ash and Leon is a 3v3, the 6v6 is Ash and Go. Honestly, would have been way better. I have this odd feeling that Journey's last 15 episodes are gonna mimic AG. Bro, I wish it mimicked AG. I wish it mimicked AG. Oh yeah, the semi-final 2 for Cynthia, because it was like illusion or hypnosis or whatever. Because it was Spiritomb, and I'm like, bro, is Cynthia gonna use a Hisuian Zoroark? Is she gonna bamboozle Ash that heavy? Bro. Actually crazy. Yeah, because semi-final 2 is like Dazzle, bro. Imagine if it was an Hisuian Zoroark. Would have actually been cool. Yeah, they are preparing themselves for Spain. Bro, this is funny. Bro, this is always credit the artists, guys. Like, bro, this is so funny. Like, I'm gonna interrupt for the darkest day. Man. Yeah, they were in Mount Moon Square in the Cerise episode. That is nice. Then we get, to see... Dude, wait. In before, we do get a visit. We get to visit Galar again. end properly during the Gen 9 series. We have a 16 episode batch, but yeah, we know more of Origin Galar than we know of Galar. Pebbleon. Yo, this would actually be so crazy. Like, yo, this would actually be so crazy if they did this. Like, this would be so what the fuck. Like, Ash is battling Cynthia, and then, we just see flashbacks of Volo, but that would imply like a Volo arc, and for Ash to have like Volo PTSD. And then he battles Cynthia, and it's like, yeah, and then it would be kinda crazy. Yeah, in terms of episode count, Journeys had the third earliest 6v6. Oh yeah, yo. At least Ash gave a fight. Well, so did Diantha, I suppose, but even still. Yo, yeah, if the Journeys team is used against Cynthia, I want it for the aces. Well, quote-unquote aces, right? To be against Leon would be so cool. Because each of them would represent a generation. Man, it would be so cool. Yeah, Go is... This was good on Go. I have no qualms with it. Let's see. Well, not really. It was only for the arcade game. It was only for the arcade. Bro, all of these repeated matches. How will Yo, yeah. This is how it felt for Diantha, bro. Overwhelming victory in like 3 minutes. Bro. It would be cool to see triple battle, bro. Like in Master ZX, bro. It's the gimmick trio and the non-gimmick trio. Let us see. Yeah, triple battle would be cool, but alas. What do we have here more? Yeah, this is like the worldwide Elite Four. It's Ash, Leon, Cynthia, and Diantha. Bro. DVD covers. Oh, I do like this. Like Noctowl, Psychic Bird, Psychic moves like Lugia, Golden Bird like Oo, lives in a forest like Celebi. Perfect combination of Johto. Torkoal, it's reptilian like Groudon. It's a water species like Kyogre. And bro, again, like, dude, these mons, they scream symbolism, but they never do anything with it. This is just my headcanon. I do like, the fact that, Ash using Tauros against Gengar. It's kind of like Oak versus Agatha in some way. It's fine. Oh yeah, we see like different moves. We see, what are like Earth Power, Bulldoze, and then we see, yeah. No Earthquake, but yeah, we see those. Those are cool, I suppose. Imagine, honestly, the Battle Frontier route would be the best approach for SV. Yeah, but this would imply that Ash would stay and he didn't. Kohara for Gen 9. The future lies in the palm of my hands. Yep. Terra types. Crystal Onyx. I still hate how... Well, first and foremost, we haven't seen Captain Pikachu Terrestrialize yet. We don't even know its fourth move. But you know what I hate about flying Terrestrialize? It's the fact that it has, balloons instead of wings. Like, this is the power of Terrapagos from 2 million years ago. Really? Balloons? 2 million years ago? Man, couldn't they find something different for a flying type? I don't even think there's like a wing Terra Crown. Yo, Terrestrial Suicune would be insane. We got Walking Wake. We got, a third academy would be crazy. We got Manzana mentioned by Rika, but we never really see that. Oh yeah. Yeah, honestly a nice nod to the TCG. A nice nod. Yo, I miss that Iron Tail so much, bro. I miss that Iron Tail so much. Yo, honestly, this would be cool. Ash does the treasure hunt and Chloe does the gym challenge. That would be so cool. Yo, towers, watchtowers, lighthouses, man. Yo, come on. This would be so cool, man. Okay, this I gotta admit, this is kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Let us see. This would be crazy. Because Go was the one that gave the Pokeball to Chloe. But it gets registered in her dex despite her getting the dex later. I don't know about that. If everyone is special, then no one is. Paldea's champion rank. Yeah! It's like, you know, the Hall of Famer in the Orange Islands or the Conqueror of the Battle Frontier. Just to have Ash do something to have fun. Or, you know, be a gym inspector. It depends. Yo, Terrestrial Shuriken and Terrestrial Aura Sphere. Great Oma. Yeah, this was cool. This was cool. The Zubat evolved. Yo, Kid Cerise was funny. I find it funny that fairy types were known back then. Yeah. Like, of course this is a retcon, right? Now this is a retcon. Because fairy types didn't exist, but they made it exist, even in the past. But in reality, we know why this happened, right? Also, it would imply that maybe there was only one person in the world who knew of fairy types, and Sakuragi got the book of that person. Yo, this guy right here. Pokemon Crystal! Terrestrial, yo. He would have been so cool, man. What's this? Petal Blizzard. For Metronome. Yeah, Grass move because of Leafeon. Pink Espeon, Moonlight Umbreon. It's a Grass move, a connection to the Gen 1 because, you know, Leaf Stone. And then we got, you know, honestly, yeah, this is like the perfect culmination. These dudes have been busy breeding, bro. It's cool to see that the train tracks. And then, you know, when you go to Area 0, the professor literally railroads you and your 3 friends there. And what do you find? A dead body. You find a dead body there. Not really, but you get what I mean. Yo, Nemona would be cool. Come on, Go, bring out the Inteleon. Yeah, man, no. Yo, this guy blocked and dodged like Yanzan, and I'm like, man, the Surfetch was cooking. It was Leaf Storm. They just animated differently, but it was Leaf Storm. Yeah, there was no Aura Sphere collision, and Dawn was not there to see this fight. It's kinda crazy that Dawn is not there to see the fight. Bro, Hypnosis. Yo, she's going for that Hypno combo. She defeated 2 Mons. Like, what? Everyone is watching the recap. Ash getting the mustard collars. I don't know why, but I have this hunch that since Lucario from Cynthia Rock. Yeah. I was writing some... Dude, I'm gonna bookmark this because I was writing some transition episodes from Gen 8 to Gen 9, bro. What the hell? I'm gonna read this later. Let me read some. Arriving at Paldea and... Wait. Like... Exchange students. Man, Misty versus Nessa. Seeking versus... I was still on the Nessa cope. Counter Shield returning was cool. Let's see, what else? Yeah, they combined these two ideas and yeah. KOing a Dragapult with Hyper Beam. What were you doing, Tyrantrum? This is not Gen 1. This is crazy. Acupuncture. Bro, this Rillaboom was cracked. Kinda puts Chestnut on a different layer. Go, why is your password 5555, bro? Why is your password that? She should have even known about the chasers. Yeah, Bro, Vic and Toria, bro, what the fuck? Cynthia knew of the... Yeah, but that didn't really lead anywhere. Yo, Rochelle is just Katie from the Hovan League. She's using Megas of the Elite Four. Yeah, this is one of the trainers that Ash defeats. Yo, Ash just existing made, you know, Red be like, bro. And then Ash defeats the player Solgaleo with Surf Edge, bro. Look at this fainting animation for Dracovish, bro. What the hell? And then, you know, bro, fucking Surf Edge gets to aura farm. Like, look, like Solgaleo faints and Surf Edge faints. But you know, Surf Edge using Detect to dodge. Like, man, what the fuck? Like, bro, he faints after, but you know, it's basically a tie without being a tie because Ash wins first. Yeah, where is this update, Master ZX? Where is this update? Why is Kukui and How there? Why is Kukui and How there? Honestly, wait a minute. Gotta bookmark this too. Why is Kukui and How there? What is this? Let SV be self-contained. It was self-contained. It's a new series, yeah. My Masters Tournament Top 18 Round Robin Apricorn Select. Oh yeah, because like people grabbing apricorns from a box. Yeah, okay, I can see why I was doing that. Fair. Will be cool. What if Anipoke ended in 2007, bro? Would be crazy. Like Ash ending and it's like this. Not the best, not the worst way to end, I suppose. Yo, we never saw these. We never saw these. This was like an idea that I didn't do. Like, and are we? Yes, we are in September. I have to do a quick break. We will be right back. And we are right back. This is funny, this cutaways. Anyways, let's see. Ash and Cynthia. I did... yeah, let's see. What else? What else? We never got this in Journeys. Teams... Yo, Ash having his Kanto releases as returned Pokemon for Journeys would be so cool. And Chloe getting Cubfu would be cool. Go, man. Man, this would have been cool. Yep. Yeah, Cynthia's Spiritomb learned from the best. Hypnosis and Dream Eater? No, and... what's the move? What's the move? Destiny Bond. There we go. These guys were never in Journeys. Bro, yeah, Spiritomb was on some Drapion crack, bro. Yeah, I do like how Gengar's Dynamax level is 3 out of 10 because he had Dynamax 3 times during the distribution. Yeah, people give a lot of shit to Everett for no reason. Like, they give a lot of shit to Everett, yet they praise the Alola League for letting anyone enter, bro. What the hell? Like, pick a side. AU, Ergo, and Koharu are the protectors of Vermilion, Kamen Rider, Magical Girl style. And then Ghost Pokemon become rentals for facility. Okay. I was just pitching ideas, like, many times at 2, 3, 4 a.m. Yeah, this was when they made the baby. This had to be when they made the baby, when Ash was out of the house. This had to be when they made the baby, bro. What is this? Okay, this was like a tag. Yo, Burnett meeting in Amherst would be cool because of the Dream Zone radar. They literally combined AJ and Bill to make Yggdrasius, bro. Yep. Yo, this would be cool. She's now a council press dealing with delinquents. Well, bullied kids. And the council press was Namona. I can see why. I can see why. Yeah, well... Project Mew is 2 episodes, not 5. Bro, we don't see Mewtwo. We see Mewtwo flying in the horizon with the other Kanto Pokemon while Ash and Go are on Lugia's back. We even see Ho-Ho. But we see Mewtwo, like, flying, like, very little. But it's like, bro, not here. It's kinda crazy. Oh, if Journeys ended with 151 episodes, that would have been insane. It means that the SV series would start in April. It kinda did. And it gave Journeys 140, you know, 7. And then we got, like, you know, that Distant Blue Sky special, bro. The fact that I was thinking that Go was gonna give Grookey to Horus and Inteleon to Danica, or, you know, and Scorbunny would stay in Galar again. Like, he would basically go to Paldea with no starter. What would he have? Cubone? Oh my god, bro. What am I leaking? Bro, what the hell? Bro, this is... Why is Mischievous there? We get Flutter Mane, but we didn't even know yet. What the hell? Bro, these ones are of a different breed. Yo, let's go Cinderace. Cheer for Lucario. And then it's the thing, like, Max Airstream, but she has Zenith, but she doesn't Max Mindstorm for Bullet Punch not be prior. Man, what the hell? Yo, Surfetch defeated this monster. Not the same moveset, but if you know, you know. Aqua Ring Mirror Coat is diabolical. Yo, that Ice Fang was cool. Yeah, Lucario, we see the fit, Lucario, Jesus. I do like how Reversal is more of a signature move than Aura Sphere. Doing Gon's Jajunken is cool. Man, they like to collide water and steel for some reason. Yo, you light it 3 times and you see, like, yeah, and even in the frills, like in the back here, the neck. Bro. It's not Meteor Mash. It could have, it should have, but it's not Meteor Mash. These guys wanted to do the knife edge match of Yu Yu Hakusho, but bro, Lucario, you're not Yusuke. I'm sorry to say this, Lucario, but you're not Yusuke, bro. This guy is the goddamn GOAT. This would have been cool. Dude, this would have been so cool. Gen 1, Gen 8, in the middle it's 4.5, so you get the Hisuian form of a Univamon. Bro, Leon, if he didn't have all 3 starters, yo, with Hisuian Samurott would be cool. They kinda did this with Kukui, because we had Venusaur, that's 1, Incineroar, that's 7, and in the middle it's 4, it's Empoleon. Yeah. I just want to say, if tomorrow we get another situation like XYZ, oh, Ash losing to Cynthia and never even reaching Leon, bro, that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. Journeys is DP too, bro, what the fuck. I'm glad that Reversal was the finisher. With that, I am glad. I'm gonna add Kenneth was Palmer's. Could have been Bertus, but yeah. Man, again, bro. Oh yeah, the fake out to tease, like they were doing the nod to her VA, may she rest in peace. But it's like, bro, never do that. Never write a story and then write a dialogue because of real life circumstances. Bro. Yeah, when they were pre-evolved, well, at least Riolu was a GOAT when he was pre-evolved. Bro, they are really becoming world champion with these fucks. Yeah, this didn't happen. Yeah, this was not the case. 2 episodes in one day, I was dreaming, bro. Yo, I did an edit. Psycho every day. Okay. And I put a Dragon Ball Super too. I'm gonna bookmark this to watch later. These seem fun. Yo, Greninja was sensing that shit from way afar, bro. I know that Wyndon it's London, but you know, geographically wise it's in Edinburgh. Like, bro, Greninja was sensing that across the sea, bro. Bro. Look out, bro, what the fuck? Look at this, look at this. Lost to a fake dragon, defeats a fake dragon. Loses to a surprise bird, defeats a surprise bird. Lost to a fairy tale mon, defeats a fairy tale mon. Lost to Dark Sleep Demon, defeats Dark Sleep Demon. Lost to Cinnamon, defeats Cinnamon. Lost to Dragon Claw User, defeats Dragon Claw User. May I dare to say, Kinu? Yo, what the hell? When the Queendom falls. Guys, I can't explain. You introduced me in this series, but I wasn't even part of the battle. At least you had screen time. I lost mine to Roserade in the special. Could have freeze-dried Dracovish. You guys had screen time? Yeah, Giratina, you guys had screen... Bro, I was making... What the... Yo... 100... They really like the 100 episode gap, bro. Champion killer, bro. What the hell, Team Rocket? More Peko eating sweets of regional foods? Forced. Bro, Ash with the underdogs would have cooked. With a G-Max Melmetal? I do like this puzzle. You wanna guess who is in the middle? It's Go! Yo, Pokédoku is funny, man. Yeah, we could have had like, you know, sagas. Yeah, honestly, Journeys could have had like 9 sagas. I'm gonna bookmark this. Yo, late 2022 I was I'm gonna bookmarking a lot of things. I do like, you know, these, you know, comics, like these puzzle solving comics, because it means that, you know, it kind of tells that, you know, in the comics, Jesse and James kidnapped 2 Pokemon instead of 1, and Chikorita let Ash and the others to them, and Ash gets Chikorita from Elm instead of being Casey, who gets Chikorita, you know, some days before. Man, they were hyping up Casey and preparing her up for nothing, bro. These comics are cool. What we have here? Yeah, Monferno evolves to save Dawn. Kind of crazy, but whatever. Instead of, you know, being the Paul fight, Ash battles Gary instead of Dario in the race, and you know, Pikachu is the one that wins instead of Rapidash. These comics are cool. These are some cool comics. Yo, James using Growly and Jesse using Leaky Tongue in the gym. Yo, James using Growly, what were they? Yo, and it was a double battle too. And Team Rocket interferes in the gym and Misty's just there aura farming, bro. What the hell? Oh, and she uses Starmie, bro. Bro, why are the comics kind of banging? And then Ash gets a Vaporeon, bro. Yo, these comics are busted. And then they do the summer thing with Lavender Tower, bro. They combine the... Bro. Oh yeah, it was Vermilion shipping day. It's soon. It's very soon. Yo, the Nickit return. That's cool. We never got a GS ball plot in Journeys. Revealing SV would be this level of ominous. Oh yeah, no Ash. Did they know? Yeah, this kind of happened. Starting in April? Yeah, it started in April. Horizon started in April, bro. TPCI having this information is so interesting, bro. Because they knew MPM was gonna be a thing. In September. And MPM was being made in March, bro. What the hell? Yeah, because like Journeys It's from 90. It's episode 91 to 140, so it's technically 47 episodes. But it's probably not 57, but it's probably 53 because you don't count the recaps. But they count Distant Blue Sky, so it is 54. Yeah, that is 54. They count Blue Sky as the last episode. Bro, they count Blue Sky as a canon, bro. It's not even in the same universe. Yo, I was calling the Galarian birds for the rivals. I was doing this in winter of 2021. And then, like, over 18 months after, they do that for the manga. And then I think later they do it for Master ZX. Yo, this would have been so funny, bro. This would have been hilarious. Ash better brings... Yo. Bro. If Leon was to use Eternatus, can you imagine Ash bringing Nebby, Melmetal, and Zacian? What the hell? Did he... Tommy, yes, what the fuck? Granted, no. Yeah, Leon basically did what Rose wanted him to do, but he did it on his own terms. So good on you, Leon, I guess. I'm gonna read this later. I don't know what this is, but I wrote it, so it had to be important. Dude, I would have loved if the Kangaskhan that raised Pikachu returned as a Giovanni Pokemon. And that's how you make Ash vs. Giovanni matter. Because it's more of, you know, the beads at home. Man. Yeah, feat strength in this series is something that needs to be very tailored and crafted in the long run, which is bad for Anipoke since it's a narrative product. They're writing scenes, not stories. They're writing moments, not movements. You want to show Leon's unprecedented strength? Let Charizard blow up. Yeah, because like we don't really see much of this. Again, this is why Leon battling Tobias will make a lot more sense. If you want to show how strong Charizard truly is, make him defeat 3 legendaries. Bro, I miss Pokemon movies. Bro. Oh yeah, because movie 14 and 15... Yeah, movie 14 and movie 15 were around Luke's episodes. So it was movie episodes. It was episodes about movies during the time that the movies were releasing. And then, you know, they have a Jirachi and Behem episode during the time of, you know... That's cool. Of another alien. That's cool. Again, why weren't the Elite Four in the other Dawn Charge tournaments, bro? Yeah, Tracy should have been in Hoenn. Tracy should have been in Hoenn. It's tropical, he feels Brock's role. Bro, Tracy should have been in Hoenn, bro. Yeah, AG revealed a lot of things very... not early, for all things considered. So, because everyone was like, oh, it's September, October, where's the Gen 9 thing, where's the Gen 9 thing? And Ash hadn't even battled Leon yet. Ash hadn't battled Leon. Yo, Torrent, it was Italian. It was Italian. And I'm like, bro, imagine if he had Seismitoad, bro. It should be Sweet Samurato, but imagine if he had Seismitoad. Ash versus Roxy, yo, a 6v3. Oh man, 6v3. The lightest day. Yeah, this was a good episode. This was a good episode. On this Masters tournament, Anipoke sent to me 5 Slaughterfest, 4 recaps, 3 Cynthia episode 2, 4 companion, 1 major headache, and 0 investment in the soul. What the hell, man? We never got a Regigigas, granted I don't think it was really needed. When they met, when they returned, it's 1, 2, 3, Torikote. It's Kaidai Temirai na Bokuro Poketo ni. This was so funny. Grookey was beating the head of Cramorant and he swallowed Barracuda. Aracuda, I mean. Man, the T-Vols were so fast. What the hell? Yeah, Leon, where's Hop at? Bro. The Galarian machine, bro. The Galarian machine. Yeah, we never see a Galarian Officer Jenny. That's so weird. That's so weird. We never see a Galarian Officer Jenny. Yeah, the problem is that, you know, he's a starter. The problem is that Inteleon is a starter species. Okay. Yo, Chloe with electric types? Bro, would have been kinda crazy. And Go's parents working for Silphco in the past before opening their company, banger headcanon. Yo. Yeah, toying. Yeah, yo. That Mr. Rhyme was cooking, bro. That Mr. Rhyme, yo, yeah. Robin Hood, fair. While Go searches Mew, Grookey will meet a similar fate to Pikachu. Oh, that would have actually been better. Like, it's Grookey's playfulness that mitigates the situation. And they do return to Table Mountain. Yeah, Ash never met Magnolia. He didn't met Magnolia until episode 128? 7? 127. 127 is when he meets Magnolia, bro. It's kinda crazy. Yeah, that's a cool trivia. That's some cool trivia. Yeah, going around the world to see, like, honestly, yeah, bro. It would have been cool if he had, like, a Galarian Darumaka and a Unovan Darmanitan. I do like his Darmanitan. No, I don't want to see I don't want Unova remakes. I didn't want to see the remakes either. I want to see those sequels, and I got a prequel. And I got a Kalos sequel, which is crazy. Honestly, yeah, Go should bring Absol to this place. Decided to give Ash unique movesets through the series, so Surf Dig / Iron Tail, Waterfall Ice Punch, Dragon Claw Crunch. Yo, Buster movesets. Buster movesets. Yeah. Yeah, because Oak was praising Ghost Trials too, because Ghost Trials there were 5 of them, and I'm like, yeah, okay. This makes some sense. This makes some sense. It's like the orange thing. What for Noctowl? What did I put? Hidden Power, Mirror Move, Confusion, Nightshade, Sky Attacker / Extrasensory Swift, Moonblast, Heatwave, Future, Saitom, bro. Jump on the Paldean Journey. Yeah, Season 4, Paldean Journey, bro. Bro, what the hell, man? Anipoke discuss. Yes, just quote retweets. People, learn how to fucking reply, bro. Pikachu with the dragons and Gengar with the fighters, bro. What the hell? Would have been so cool to see triple battles. The closest we will see to extreme speed, bro. Man. Hypothetical. You are in charge of giving Chloe a team. Okay, this was basically like a prompt for people. Yeah, it's a slap on Go's face, bro. The Cinderace not even shiny. Yo, Serena could be there. Like, Serena or Misty could be there, bro. Like, in that little gap. What the hell? Dun, 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 dun. Cool counter shield. She was doing it. Oh, this was like for the Go arrived to Paldea. Yeah. Man, funny memes. Yeah, he gets all 3 starters because Hop didn't got one. Also, this team is basically an adult Ash team. You get the unconventional starter in Charizard, that's Pikachu. you get the 3 regional starters, you get, you know, the pseudo-legendary, and you get, you know, the event meme mon. Like, bro, this is basically, if Leon was basically being treated as Galarian Red, if you really think about it. He's basically Galarian Red. Which, you know, Ash battling adult versions of himself, in terms of echoes and XPs, I don't know. Oh man, I was... Serena and Misty, I said. Yeah, Ash vs. Go never happened. Duck dogs! Yo, the statistics were crazy. Again, shinies, bro. Future me from the past me. What the hell? What the actual hell? Yeah, they made Diantha snitch. She would never do that, bro. What the hell is this recap? This never happened. Dracovish survives a freeze dry. He never gets hit with a freeze dry at all. These would have been some cool Leon teams. Replacing Cinderace and Inteleon. What did I replace them with? Sandaconda and Bolt Hunt? Okay. Alcremie and Toxtricity? Okay. Corvusquire and Dubwool? Okay. Ice-Q and Orbital? Okay. Not bad choices. In the day that they released Scarlet and Violet, they had a week break and they put the Coco movie on TV. Kinda crazy. Bro, what the hell? What the... yeah. This is whack. Yo. Scorching Sands and Expanding Force. Yeah, using moves of the Isle of Armor. It's... okay. Yo, these frames were crazy. These 1 second frames, bro. It was not Brutal Swing Dracovish, it was not. They animate Dark Pulse differently for Eevee and Umbreon, but for everyone else they do it exactly right. Yeah, Vermilion shippers win all the time, bro. And then they arrive to Hoenn to go to Faraway Island. I do have to wonder who was the first top coordinator of Unova. I don't even know what I was joking about. Passil does what Journeys doesn't. Yeah, they make Dragon Tail look like it did in the games for some reason. Bro, using a bug move on a psychic move, it's amazing. Yo, Triple Axel, yeah, Isle of Armor moves, get la chanclet, bro. Get la chanclet. We never got the second Darkest Day, guys. We never got a second Darkest Day. Full bulk up, pseudo psychic fangs. Yeah. You close your eyes, you sense them going around in circles, then you hit him in the butt. World champion strategy, my guy. You hit him in the butt. Bro. Bro, the La Chancla is stronger. I'm actually, I'm gonna bookmark this just to irritate power scalers. Triple Axel is stronger than G-Max Key Strike. A move that resists stronger than a super effective move. Bro, these guys. Good on you, Dragonite, to pull the Charizard. And even the stadium. Even the stadium. Even the way that they use the stadium with school. Ash, you sometimes are a genius. Not always, sometimes. Very few times, like 1% of the times. Yeah, again, 6v6 is not getting everyone getting a win, but you know this one... Dracovish. Oh, Dracovish. Ash's last caught Mon, by the way. I want to point that out. There's only one Cinderace for Ash to defeat. And this was like Thunderbolt, but it's like we all know that was Pika Papao, bro. we all know that move has to be Pika-Papow, you know? I do like this. I do like, you know, the moveset that they gave to Leon Cinderace. If only Ghost had that carrying. Yeah, because it's like even adheres to the ones that are not present, but they could be present. What else is there? Oh, yeah, the money shot. The money shot. Bro. Blaze. And then you get, you know, let's go, Pikachu. Let's see. One of the key. Oh, yeah. Dragonite does do that. Yeah, we saw all gimmicks against each other. Mega Mega, Z move, Z move, Mega versus Z move, dude, D-Max, D-Max, D-Max Mega, D-Max Z move. And then we got Mega Mega, Z move, Mega. Yeah, okay. Like we saw all possible battles in all possible shows where they introduced in mechanical wise. Kinda crazy. Yeah, these 7-star raids, yeah, I feel like they were trying to cook something with these being black. I don't know. It feels like that. The final episode title is very reminiscent of Peak Pokemon I Choose You, bookending it with, yeah, but we didn't know MPM was gonna be a thing. One series. Yeah, one. Okay. Pokemon, I'm glad I met you. Yeah. Titles won't deceive me. My dream Pokemon master. Good times. Then they go to Faraway. Yo, I keep on winning, bro. Pokemon. Yo, can you imagine this being the final battle? The Sakuragi Park in the end of Journeys. Pokeball signal malfunctions in Faraway Island. And Mewtwo teleports everyone from Cerise's lab there. That would be insane, bro. Mew is initially hiding in the long grass and needs to be tracked down in order to be encountered. Yeah. Look, signals, smell, and basically everything else, especially sight, bro, would be so cool. Yeah. Maybe this event is what disrupts the Pokeball signal. No, it's just Faraway Island being Faraway Island, bro. It's just Faraway Island being Faraway Island. Let us see what else we have here. Let's see, what do we have here? I do like how Alexa is acknowledged. Good on you, Alexa. Yo, Butterfree and Pidgeot had me in tears. They had me in tears, bro. So I guess, you know, yeah. It's a cool nod to the Kane having a Corviknight. Yeah, Pikachu defeats... Dude, Pikachu defeats Cradily Metagross and then defeats Cinderace, right, at speed. Like, Pikachu is a stat slayer, right? He defeats 2 mons of each champion, and each of them have like the highest stat possible for every single stat. Pikachu, yo, Pikachu, what the hell? Oh, they have like the Russian paint, the 9th wave. I like when Pokemon does this, but then, you know, you see a thing in an episode and you're like, what's this? The thing is that when you're watching an episode and you know that someone on the staff is very passionate for putting Easter eggs and details and trivia behind the scenes, and you gotta commend that. The problem is, this appreciation gets brushed to the side because everyone is like, this is a tease, this is a hint, this is a leak, na 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 na, and like, they don't appreciate the Easter eggs being there for what they are. They hyper focus on, you know, like I don't know, man, this is just, like, it means something. I'm not saying it doesn't mean something. If it didn't mean something, it would not be here. But, you know, there are things that people notice that are not really important, and there are things that should be important, but they get glazed over because, oh, this is just Pokemon. This is just Pokemon. Leaving Fossil and Faraway Island was cool. Cool shot. cool shot. Bro. Yeah, Rose was there, bro, and Oleana too. Despite the several bumpy roads this saga and others had, I feel like they stuck the landing today. Yeah, like Dragon Ball Super. Doesn't matter if the road is shit, as long as they stuck the landing, that's what matters and that's what people will remember for. After 25 years of culmination and celebration, we can all remember a time when Ash and Pikachu were crowned world champ. I was trying to be positive. I'm gonna keep it real. I was trying to keep it positive and I'm just like, bro. Yeah, cause Charizard doesn't unleash Blaze. This guy had solar power, most likely. Bro. Yeah, it's a Pokédex entry. This guy had solar power. The Ho-Ho Legend. That's the music that's used for this moment. Bro. Written in the stars. I want to build a league where people who become the Island Challenge champion can then become world champion. Good on you, Kukui. Too bad these sagas are shit. Ash lost 19 years with no need in the most ridiculous way, and he started winning in 6 years in the most ridiculous way. Yo. The Mew card. Birth, enthronement, right of succession, and death. Yeah, 4 people and the 4 chasers. Yeah. Of course that Leon's gonna be the #1 battle. It's the one that matters the most, right? Yeah, where's what Charles Good Show, bro? Kanto Ash left a trail of destruction during his gym run. Yeah, like, bro, he destroyed all the gyms. Because of Team Rocket, too. Sprinkles, wall destruction, shattered windows, bombs, arson, bombs and arson with a volcanic eruption, and then actual wall demolition. And like, bro, Ash is on a watch list. Samurai knows what's up. SV Ash should be challenged by Paldea's gym leaders. Yeah, Ash is on the top, so the people on the bottom should now be challenging him. Season 1 will be the gym leaders challenging him. Season 2 will be Elite Fours and Champions, and Season 3 will be, Alolan people and Master. Yo, this would actually be cool. Like, Ash on a series where Ash is already on the top, but everyone below has to fight him, and he needs to defend that. And that's how you bring the other mods to reveal Terra types. Bro, 3 years of journey, bro. The Terra and Marine Caves. Yeah. Mazana, bro. Honestly though, Red vs Gold used Genie against Ash. For a Journeys 2, using the PWC mons to fight the Star Bosses and the Titans. And then, bro, this would have been so cool. Would have been so cool. Let's see what else. Oh, jumped too far. Yeah, this was like, and then Asahi, the Nika, touches this and it unglows. So it's like the apple of the Garden of Eden. The moment the woman enters paradise, paradise goes oof. It's a cool homage, people just don't really saw it much. But it's cool that, Tokyo got... And then they revealed Walking Wake and Iron Leaves, bro. And then they don't treat these guys to go to Gen 9, come on. I love Liko and the other people in Horizons, but it's like... I feel like they could have somewhat coexisted. I think that's also like one of the biggest problems the anime has. It's not just every episode needed to be about Ash, it's the fact that it's Pokemon and you only have one anime going on. If you want to sell your toys, you should have like you should have like 5 animes. Hire more studios. Make the Ash anime, the Friday anime, and then have other animes from Monday to Thursday. you have the money, hire more studios. People want to work. You don't think there are people out there from other studios that want to do Pokemon? Yeah, go with the Game Boy Advance and the Emerald cartridge. Movie 5. Bro, they lost a horde battle. Very interesting how Mew eats Lepa berries, the first berry indexed in the Gen 3 berry dex, and restores PP to the Pokemon. Gary and Tsurugi climbed this high, yeah. They climbed 3.5 kilometers. That's like 40% of Mount Everest, bro. Yeah, Mew. We now know it's Mew in the skies, so maybe that's why you can, alter the form of the size, but it's like, bro, it's so random, bro. Go and Paldea would be the logical. Yeah, but Pokemon doesn't care about logic. They don't care about logic. Will history repeat itself? Pikachu loses to a level 5 Lechonk, bro. He loses to a level 5 Lechonk. Yeah, these teams are not it. Yeah, these teams are not it, bro. They're cool, but they're not it. Give Ash a side series like how Alan had the Psycho Mega Evolution X and X and Y. Yo. Imagine... Wait, what did I wrote? Imagine Leon abolishing the tournament for no one to take Ash's mantle, proceeding to make his own trainer playoff venues. You can't dethrone the world champion if there are no world championships. Yeah, Ash won. Let's delete this. Like, you can't defeat him. You can't defeat him if there's no... Yo, bro. Dude, Ash with Screamtail would be peak. Ash with Screamtail would be peak, bro. There should have been an AMV of Ash, like Journeys shippers. What the I don't care about this shipping, but you should have had like making AMVs of Journeys with Ash and Go and do the brother, the Mewtwo movie song, right? Brother, my brother, tell me what you're fighting for. We've got to end this war. Like, come on, man. Like, do your work. Do your work, bro. It's not Suicune when it was Lugia. Why was Lugia in the forest, bro? Why was Lugia in Mount Moon? You ain't fooling me, OLM. Don't play with my emotions. I know your tricks. Yeah, but Go doesn't return. Yeah, because people were so, people were like, oh my god, we're gonna get the Journeys too. And I was like, yes. The thing is that I wanted for Journeys to correct itself. But I was under the copium of they can fix itself, when in reality they didn't even fix other shows. And if you have to fix yourself, it means there's something wrong. Why was I banking on shit to correct shit? Bro, what the hell, man? What the hell was like... Yo, I do like, this origin of the world thing that Mew was going for it. Bro. Oh yeah, my headcanon for why Mew can use Transform into 2 or more Pokemon at once. Simple. He lived nearby Kangaskhan, so he just learned how the Kangaskhan body, works. Granted, he should learn that too. It's like parthenogenesis, like cellular division. But being around Kangaskhan, it feels nice. The perfect segue to Journeys 2. Tojo Falls is still in... Yo, they are not in Tojo Falls, bro. What the fuck? The clickbait to the Path of Legends is real. Bro. They don't play weakness, bro. They weren't evil, just simply misguided. Yep. That's cool. After playing Scarlet and Violet Academy Ace Tournament storyline, I think it would be cool if in the Anipoke world, Iris and Silent had the roles of Geeta and the Pro Tag. Iris would oftenly bestow and entrust Silent with the task of evaluating and judging the Unova Gym leaders on her behalf. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Avenge the Fallen. How many characters are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14, bro. 14. Bro. Watch how Gen 9 will only show Iono, Grusha, Larry, and Rika. Thankfully, no. They showed everyone. Except the DLC characters of Blueberry. Besides Briar. Literal cliffhanger had me in tears, bro. Kinda crazy. Yeah, like, bro. Yeah, that's cool. Psychic Water. Yeah, that's cool. Yo, why is Team Rocket having more drip in Paldea than we do? Bro. Well, why is Team Rocket having Paldea drip, but we don't? We don't have Paldea drip, bro. Yo. This cute little... Yes, but again, Osana Najimi, it's childhood friend. Tomodachi, it's the first friend that you make. So childhood friends don't really count in that Japanese equation, but alas. I like how the manga has Pikachu against Blastoise, bro. That's funny. Yeah, I kind of I have to wonder. I feel like the Journeys team would be more at home. I know that they train with Ash's mods in the Oaks lab. It's mainly Gengar, but looking at this, I kind of want for the Journeys team to spend time with the Alola team. I think it will make more sense for, you know, Ash's Gen 8 mons to be with his Gen 7 mons. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like it would be cool. 10 out of 10 finale. I cried like a bitch, thank you Pokemon. Ash's daughter and Ghosts. Oh man, we're reaching Horizon's time. They really made a mini-series. And people saying Ash Greninja, bro. Fuck. Again, they don't know what a retcon or omission is. Yo, they show... I feel like Ace Pokemon is an idea that they had, the staff, but they weren't enamored with it until Greninja. And then the fanbase started to, you know, label Ace Pokemon as such with Infernape, and they solidified it with Greninja. Also because the Team Flare arc, you have like the Who's That Pokemon segment, and the other options besides Greninja are the other, you know, Charizard, Infernape, Sceptile, Crocodile, and all of that, you know? So I do understand where they are coming from. Crocodile is only here. Like, let me ask you this. If Ash had Ambar, would Crocodile still be here? And why is Crocodile considered the ace? Well, I know why. Because Unpheasant is shit, unfortunately. And Liveni doesn't have, you know, the best memorable moments, but Liveni is solid. Also because Liveni is a starter type. No, we were not eating past me. We were starving. And we continue to starve. Rico. Yeah, we didn't know if it was Rico or Lico. Green Pendant, bro. What? No, I'm so happy she's not Ash's daughter. I was just telling, you know, like, guys, it would be cool if she's Ash's daughter. The thing is, who would be the mom? Who would be the mom? Distant blue sky because the sky is there. Bro, I do love this. They ended Journeys with 151 episodes. Banger. Banger, banger, banger. Yeah, they should have had a week break. They have week breaks throughout all of Journeys, but for MPM they don't have week breaks. Well, also because the studio was, you know, salvaged at the time. But like, bro, if you had a week break, you could have had ended on the eve of the 26th anniversary. I'm just saying. And this is why you got the 24 episodes. This is a cool reference. Roy is our boy, but he didn't got Quaxley. Koharu meeting, yeah, this is cool. AG rep. This is what it should have been. 11 episodes, every episode focusing on a Japanese saga, bro. Dude. Why didn't they do this, bro? Bro. Watch how SV only starts in April. Bro, we never got a Project Mew arc until March. However, we got Journeys ending in 151 and, you know, Scarvy starting in April. Bro. But we didn't... Yeah, Liko and Roy, L and R, left and right, yeah. And dot and alt, D and U is for down and up. It's crazy, bro. This poster is cool. We technically got the Journeys too. We technically got the Journeys too. Kinda crazy, isn't it? Kinda crazy. What else is there? The real reason why... Yeah, it's because there's no Pokemon Center. Yeah. Yeah, that's some fine looking pair protagonist. What did I look like? Man, what the hell? Yo, it would be cool if it was Dawn's. Bro, it would be... Yo, Ayako, Ikari, Riko, bro. Fortune is hilarious. She was created by the Hexagon disc. Oh, people were saying this was Ash and Lati's child, bro. What the hell? Yeah, Maho Shoujo and Super Sentai and Pokemon would be great. Yeah, we got a magical girl. We got a magical girl, bro. We got a magical girl. Kinda. Worlds 2023 in Yokohama. 25th anniversary of the Pokemon movies. Yo, Go kinda... Yo, a Go movie would be so cool, but they are so married to Ash, bro. But a Go movie would be so cool. Now it would be more favorable because you basically don't have Ash anymore, and now you're having like episodes without Liko. That's Roy's flashback. Liko's Wattrel will electrocute Roy's Cyclizar. I wish. Liko should not be Ash's daughter. Hell yeah, past me. Go movie trilogy. Movie 1. Movie 2. And movie... Yeah. But we haven't had Pokemon movies for 5 years, guys. Since Paul became a gym leader, I think it would be cool if the new series, all of Paldea's gym leaders were people Ash faced. Like, he goes to a Paldea, but it's like an alternative Paldea, and the gym leaders are, you know, rivals. So he's in charge of Paldea. Yeah, episode 3 would be this. Episode 3 would be this. Ash and go to Johto's Mount Silver to re-meet Lance in a friendly match. There, they reunite with Larvitar, now fully evolved, protecting the wilderness from Team Rocket. And in the unknown, then they meet a Latias. Yeah, but this would be cool. Pokemon doesn't do cool. Misty meeting Intellion is cute. Yo, how would you feel if Ash's epilogue book ending journeys with Ash's Pikachu finally evolving? Because in the first episode he's a Pichu and no, it's like the ultimate farewell evolving Pikachu. Bro, Raichu hate is so forced. People were gaslighted for two decades. Basically 4 generations of kids. Or era, or whatever. Like, bro, at least 40 years of kids, they were gaslighted into believing that Raichu is not cool. Raichu is cool as shit, bro. Yeah, it would be a cool team for the mini-series. Watch how Ash will dismantle Team Rocket in a 10-minute battle. Until now, it's not confirmed to be the Ash universe, so I'm very thankful. The only things that are connected to Ash. It's, you know, Nurse Joys and Rotom phones existing. Even though they have Ghost VA. Bro, it would be so cool if MPM started like this. Bro, it would be so cool if MPM started like this. Like Gengar battling an Nidorino. Bro, it would be so cool. But no, even Journeys, it ended with, you know, Lucario battling Lapras because, you know, it's Yuyama's favorite Pokemon. And I'm like, I think it would be cool if Liko got a Jolteon. Yeah. I feel like even Roy, like, honestly, I will tell you this right now. Given how Spinel has an Umbreon, I feel like Freed should have had an Espeon. Like, Freed should have had an Espeon to Echo Red. Perrin should have also had a Glaceon instead of a Leafeon too. Penny only gets Sylveon. And for the Kanto evolutions, it should have been the 3 kids, right? Dot would get Jolteon because of tech savvy and technology. Roy gets Vaporeon because it's by the sea. And Liko would get Flareon. But now they retroactively gave her Charcadet, but whatever. I think they would be cool with evolutions. What was I writing here? This series should embrace and use... Yeah, why are they so afraid of using Eld items in battle? Like, it's a brand new universe, don't... You... Bro. Then we got MPM. Yeah, this has to be in another AU, because he's in Kanto. He switches the hat. And Team Rocket has Wobbuffet. This has to be the AU of an AU. Also because his father is around. I love it as a hype factor. Conceptually, this is stupid. They don't know what to do with Aura. Ash should have caught that Gyarados, man. Ash should have caught that Gyarados. His father gave him an L, bro, with the hat. Bro. Yo, fan subs. What the hell? Give me an AU special where Gary meets his sister. Bro, we will never see Daisy. We will never see Daisy. Yo, a Passio movie for Ash. If they were to delete Ash from the show, giving him movies, bro, will be cool. Yellow tulips, happiness, cheerfulness, and hope. Okay. Yeah, they covered it. They covered the logo. I do like this. This is a cool frame. I cannot even deny. This is just a cool frame, bro. Yeah, bro. Epilogue to Orange Islands, bro. Pidgeot does return. That's crazy. And then they put Ash and Red like in the background of a rom-com anime, like the magazine, bro. Distant Blue Sky could have been this with Enamorous. Yup. If Liko challenges gyms, she'll be like X and Y Ash, battling first the bug and last the ice. She did! She battled Katie and Grusha. She didn't battle the other 6, but she battled Katie and Grusha. And the crazy thing is, what was the region that we got after Paldea? Kalos. We're getting Kalos, man. Hopefully we get the moment. Oh man, this would have been so cool. Maybe I wrote it in the future, but it's like, bro, think about it. Lucario, it's blue and steel. Gyarados, it's blue and snake. Steelix, it's steel and snake. So you get a steel combo, a blue combo, a snake combo, bro. Bro. And then it ends. It was fun. And it ends 2022. I guess, you know, after this is like MPM and Horizons. So we are basically on the half point of this records. I do appreciate all of you guys' support. Make sure to, you know, leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the page. I appreciate your support. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you another time, trainers. KuroBlitz out.